cache and says, wait, save very best for last. Sit. They sat down, and he brings out big giant platters of wheel with little piles of that crunchy rock salt and big piles of opie. The Peely Bali sisters sit down and start grinding like the pigs that they are, forgetting about everything around them. So the servants drop the lahala mats. Now, nobody knows what's going on outside until the sun starts to rise over that horizon. The servants raise the lahala mats, and the Peely Bali sisters see the sun and make a break for Manini Hole Cave. Didn't make it. On your drive back to Honolulu today, about a half a mile down the road here, right in front of Chipper's house, you'll see a big giant pohaku, a big giant rock that's become overgrown. When you see that rock, look up to the next ridge. You'll see these two Peely Bali sisters, frozen in stone, as a warning to the other Peely Balis. Hyannis is no place for a Peely Bali to visit.
Wonderful stone.
Was that black hair sucking up from that heat? That black hair sucking up all that heat, isn't it?
Now, what do we have here? What do you call this thing? It does, but did you say banana tree? Most people call it a tree, it's not. It's a giant bird. But banana, we call it maya. Now, name other fruits that make you folks think of it.
Of course.
Plum, papaya,
Nuts.
nobody named the only other fruit that arrived with the Polynesians. Miu, coconut. Maya and miu, and ohia'i would be mountain apple. Most people have never had mountain apple. All these other fruits you folks just named are very modern introductions. You know where we get our commercial pineapple from here in Hawaii? Yep. Goa packages everything up in the field and ships it off at great expense. We have to ship it back at even greater expense. We don't want it. It's full of citric acid. That big yellow pineapple will burn your mouth to a crisp. I'd challenge anybody here to sit down and eat a big yellow pineapple. What you want is sugarloaf. It's that small little hybrid. Now we have a bit better one on Kauai called Kauai Gold. It's even better than sugarloaf. You can always get it at the fruit or health food stores, you know, the fruit stand. You just that little one in Honolulu. It's right in the middle of the parking lot. You go ask Vicki if she's got any Kauai Gold pineapple. She'd die for it. I don't like pineapple, and I'll eat that thing down to the skin.
Yeah, I believe there's a lot of espionage, agricultural espionage, where they've been trying to get source pineapples, and they're growing them in Costa Rica, growing them in many places, and they're worth more than gold.
Yeah. Now here's a plant, unfortunately, that's taking its toll. It's a seasonal plant. It's called Olena. This is actually a ginger, but it's not stir-fried ginger. This is turmeric ginger. But this plant plays a major role in Hawaiian culture because they used it not only as a dye, but as a medicine. It's the corm. You know what people call ginger roots? It's actually a corm. Well, the younger the corm, the more yellow in color it is. The older the corm, the burnt orange to red it'll become. So what they take is a variety of corms, pulverize them into a powder, lay this out on a pallet and add water, and they have a palette from yellow to red with which they could paint. Now, if you look at ancient Hawaii, any color plates of ancient Hawaii, the primary colors in all those plates will be yellow and red. The more yellow, the higher the authority. Kamehameha wore pure yellow. His cape at Bishop Museum, that original cape that Kamehameha had, is said to be just as valuable as a shroud of tureen. Amazing. It doesn't have a black feather in it or a white one. It's all yellow. So as a medicine, what they did is they squeeze the juice out of the corm and they put it in their ear. For earaches, they put it in their nose. For congestion, they put it in their throat. Sore throats, stuff like that. This plant plays such a major role in Hawaiian culture that there have been many meles written about it, many songs, and several hulas performed about it. And it still gets quite a bit of attention. As a matter of fact, the holistic medical community is starting to use Olena in a lot of their healing potions. That's ironwood trees. Australian pines are called. They're just destroyed. Just destroyed. Nasty weeds.
Like what we have on the whole
Shield? Shield. Boy, they're not. Now, what do we have here? Good. Lots of people mistake it for bamboo, and it's just a shorter version of the grass family. But this plant arrived with the Polynesians, and they use it extensively in ancient times. Take a little chunk of, we call it coal. That's what the Hawaiians call it. Take a little chunk of coal like that, put it in your pouch, and you go hiking up in the mountains. You get that fatigue going, whip it out and have a chaw and get the sugar rush. Bang on the trail. They give a chunk of coal like that to a child to chew on for oral hygiene. He could chew on this coal and stimulate his gums and clean his teeth at the same time. Now imagine telling your dentist, giving your child sugar for oral hygiene.
Does it work?
Yeah.
Did they get cavities?
Well, this isn't processed. I mean, who knows? But I mean, it stimulates the gum and cleans the teeth. You know, toothbrushes were not very available back in those days. There's a little white or a big white tassel that comes out of these plants when they mature. Looks like a big white ostrich plume. You see them when you drive along cane fields. That tassel has a really long stem with a pointy end. So children discovered you could take that out and make her a giant lawn dart. So they had a huge lawn dart game. But even more fun, the tassel was so silky and so slippery. What they did is they would trench a hillside like this over here, two trenches side by side, and they'd line those trenches with coat tassels, and they jumped on banana leaves. And they had this great Polynesian slippery slide. Now, unfortunately, this plant has a nasty reputation, partly for being partly responsible for the overthrow of the Hawaiian monarchy back in 1893 when Queen Liliuokalani lost her throne. This is a political discussion I'll go nowhere near. But the reason being is the planters were petitioning the crown for more land to plant more cane because they stimulated this huge international sweet tooth. If you come to find out or learn that it takes 3 feet of a stalk of sugar cane like that to make 1 lump of sugar, you can imagine how much sugar cane it takes to sweeten every one of those cups of coffee in the morning. Now you just happen to be standing under our state tree. This is the candlenut tree or the kukui tree, and this is another Polynesian introduction. Now there's no fruit left on the soil. There's a little one right there. It looks like a little green crab apple. That contains a seed. Contains a seed like this. You crack this seed open and the meat inside is about 90% oil. So you squeeze the oil out, put it in a little bowl, they had their first oil lamp. Or they would partially dry the seed, impale 10 or 15 of them on a bamboo shoot or a coconut frond, they had their first tiki torch. Fishermen would chew on the nut itself and then spit the tide pool. What happens when you add oil to water? It floats. It also partially polarizes the water, so now the fisherman can actually see the fish lurking in the reef. No more trying to coax them out with bait. Now you see that bugger, so you can grab them quick, or spear them, or net them. You know, so it made fishing a lot easier. Also, Hawaiian X-Lax. Eat a couple of candle nuts, and I can assure you folks, you will be looking for some privacy. Now, unfortunately, the candle nut tree here in Limahuli has become a weed. A weed, technically speaking, is simply a plant out of place. It doesn't have to be noxious or have thorns or thistles, because the Hawaiians no longer harvest this nut. Rats drag them up into the forest because they left the kukui nuts. For every one they don't eat, a new tree sprouts. So once we're above the canopy back here, where you can see back, you're going to see how the candlenut tree, along with some of our other voracious plants, have taken over Limahuli Valley. They use candlenut. That's why it's called a candlenut plant. How pretty is this? Oh, man. I mean, this was totally overgrown when I started here. Did you grow up here? No. I've been here a little over 25 years. Where'd you grow up? I grew up in Minnesota, but I spent my most formative years in Malibu. See, that movie came out that spent a lot of time there. Grizzly man. Grizzly Adams? In Malibu? Oh. Oh, I remember that. Then they ate him. Yeah, his girlfriend. Yeah, right. He made a movie of that. Yeah. And they used part of his own footage. But this is a classic example of the struggle in the jungle. Here we have a Papala Pau. This Papala Pau probably has been here for millions of years, the species itself. Over here we have an octopus, modern introduction, and this octopus tree is choking on the Papala Pau. It's a very, very aggressive plant. Does anybody recognize this plant? You should. It's a Schefflera. Chipper told me there was a double-digit population of Schefflera here in the Limahui Valley in the 70s. Today there are millions of these plants. This plant is so aggressive it will grow anywhere and on anything. Just have a look. There's a Schefflera growing on a rock.
Look at that. Oh my God.
So we have our work cut out for us.
Yeah.
It looks like a package right there. Java plum? Yeah. You know, it's really irritating because it's not a plum out there. Yeah, Java plum. That is no idea. Yeah, well, there's a trail that goes right back along the stream.
What do you got now? The vice president?
Yeah. Now this is really strange. It's considered perhaps the most pristine stream in the state of Quebec. Don't drink the water.
Come over here and wait for him to What's wrong?
It has a bacteria in it called leptospirosis and giardia. And these little buggers will
Whatever. It's really fascinating.
giardia can make you seriously ill. Lepto can kill you. Now, when we talk about pristine, what we're talking about is this stream technically can support all native life. We're not native life. Most of the life around here isn't. They have 5 fish living in this stream, all coincidentally called O'opu, they're freshwater gobies. And we have 2 crustaceans. One, of course, is a O'opi freshwater shrimp, and in B, it's a freshwater plant. And so these are the native creatures who actually inhabit the Limahui stream. But with lepto and giardia, that came with the rats. The only animals living back in the valley right now are rats. The occasional pig will get in, but we get them out real quick because they root up. They tear it up. You know, when you have one of a kind plant left on Earth, you want to make sure a pig doesn't go.
Do you swim in the streams?
Well, yeah. I mean, at the bottom of the down on the road there is called the coal pond. That's where everybody goes to watch the summer. But there's a possibility of getting left over here. But most of it's gone. You know, you can see it moving there. It's all pretty crap. Don't go and stack it with fresh water. Like stack it with acid or something. What do you do? Grass, all the grasses here on here is all, especially like here. Ruthie and Darcy have done a lot of research. what they're doing is they're opening this stream up because the stream was dying because of overgrowth.